This is John Paul Rai. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan. Just found out fairly recently that MGM Studios is suppressing the release of Minamata in the US. So I want to go over some tweets, but first let me take a quick look at what Minamata is. So it says, Minamata Disease, sometimes referred to as Chiso, Minamata Disease is a neurological disease caused by severe mercury poisoning. Signs and symptoms include numbness in the hands and feet, general muscle weakness, loss of peripheral vision, and damage to hearing and speech. In extreme cases, insanity, coma, and death follow within weeks of the onset of symptoms. Minamata disease was first discovered in the city of Minamata, Kumamoto Prefecture, Japan in 1956. It was caused by the release of methyl mercury in the industrial wastewater from a chemical factory owned by the Chiso Corporation, which continued from 1932 to 1968. So, some pretty terrible stuff. I'm in Tokyo here, and Kumamoto Prefecture is really far from me. It's about halfway across the country, if not more. It's really farmland. That's about all I know about it, but I have heard of it. So, this tweet here says, pretty sickened by reports that MGM Studios wants to suppress this film's release in the US. What about the victims and their families who are waiting for the studio to share their story? What about them? So obviously, it's more important for them to make their political statement that because Johnny's a man, that he can't get abused by a woman, theoretically, or possibly they have to wait for the trial to play out because in their eyes, who knows what happened, when all you've got to do is look at a few key pieces of evidence to know that, it was really Amber who was the one who was abusive. But the point is, their priorities are pretty messed up. And the next tweet says, people still suffer from Minamata disease, hence why it is important that everyone has a chance to view this historically important film. MGM Studios' actions are petty and spiteful and an insult to the people who died and suffered. You could say that. Again, just comes down to priorities. They can't just get it straight and say, this is an important movie, and Johnny Depp's a great actor, and it looks like there's no reason to suppress it. It looks like Amber Heard lied in court. Amber Heard is wanted for perjury in Australia. Amber Heard has an arrest record. So, what's the problem? I guess they just want to do things that don't help anyone. And this tweet says here, hashtag release Minamata is trending, let's keep it up. So that's good. That means it's getting some traction, and that's a great thing. It's trending, and it's not even like a huge movie. It's not even like some superhero movie or some sci-fi blockbuster or something. It's just a movie about a historical event, and Johnny Depp's in it, and they're getting this thing to trend. So that's great. And other happy news says, Minamata will be released in cinemas across the UK and Ireland on August 13th, 2021. So what is the problem in the US? I keep saying, identity politics, and the wokeness. It's all because Johnny's a man. So, these days, try to be careful who you support, because you might be supporting somebody you think's a good guy, but they're indirectly hurting Johnny because of their political antics. Anyway, for now, I'll just put it at this. It's definitely identity politics and wokeness that's causing most of this trouble for Johnny Depp. And obviously, the fact that apparently Amber must have some pretty influential friends up on the top who can pull some pretty big strings. I can't imagine why. I'd meet her and be like, and probably walk away no matter who I was, how much money, how little money. So it's just hard to fathom how people like Elon Musk, Dan Wooten, not that Dan Wooten's a great guy, but, he's got a huge publication, fall for her or think she's something worth fighting for. I don't know. Maybe they're up late at night playing Monopoly, drinking hot chocolate. Well, we know she played Monopoly and drank hot chocolate with Elon Musk at least once. Probably Dan Wooten also. Or maybe, I don't know, checkers. You guys, of course, let me know what you think down below. I'm interested to see how this movie is perceived in Japan, if it's released in Japan. I guess time will tell. I haven't done my homework yet, but we shall see. I'll keep my eyes open, and maybe, if I get a chance, I could go scope it out in a Japanese theater and give a little report in the field. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. Doing shoutouts, special thanks, things like that. If you don't subscribe, and you think about it and you still don't subscribe, I guess I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.